God's blessings to one and all. This is Pastor Fraker, and I'm here with Pastor Mark, and I thank Courtney Mann for being our camera operator. And what we want to do right now is just a little bit of a walkthrough for Holy Communion this Sunday and Sundays moving forward. So first of all, I'll ask Courtney to pan over to the aisle and show you that our entire sanctuary has been marked with cross markers that are 6 feet apart. And the procedure for communion will go like it always does. If you are seated in the section that you're seated in, you will stand from that spot and move into the side aisle to come forward in the same flow that we always do. Now that may be new to you, so here's what it means. So if you're sitting in this center aisle on the pulpit side, you will be ushered at the time you are asked to stand. We'll ask you at that point to remove your mask and then move to the end of the aisle, where you will be given a squirt of hand sanitizer. Our hope is that after you've received the sanitizer, you don't have to move your mask or touch your face. So you will stand and move to the end of the aisle, removing your mask, and then receive the sanitizer and come forward. And you'll simply wait until the cross marks in front of you are empty, and then you'll come forward. Pastor Mark or I will be standing right here. There is no kneeling. You'll remain standing. And as you come forward and extend your hand, then my goal will be to drop the wafer into your hand without making contact with one another. So we'll drop the wafer there, and you are invited to keep moving then and move to where an elder will be here. And as you come to him, then he will place the communion cup on the pedestal for you then to pick it up and then eat and then drink. As you then receive body and blood and you're on your way back to your place, you'll go by this stand. Here is the place where you then can deposit your individual cup and once again sanitize your hands and then return to your place in your bench. Oh, I see we have a volunteer.
Hi. So one thing you'll notice too is that Pastor Fraker and I both have masks. We love y'all and we care for you, and we want to do everything we can to help make sure that our first celebration of the Lord's Supper together is a safe one where your primary focus is on Jesus, receiving his gifts for you from him through Pastor Fraker and me and through our elders. So we're going to be wearing masks during the communion time, but it's kind of hard to receive communion while you're wearing a mask too. So like Pastor Fraker said, what we'll ask you to do is to take your mask off, put it right in your spot, save your seat so nobody takes it before you get back. Once you set your mask down, you'll go out the aisle. Our elders and ushers are going to have some hand sanitizer for you, squirt it in your hands, and you'll walk up the aisle just like you normally do, trying to keep those 6 feet of distance, that space of courtesy between you and those who are also trying to commune. And you'll go forward just like Pastor Fraker said, and you'll walk up to the middle point where either here I will be, receive that Lord's Supper, the bread in your hand that way, and then walking down this spot where an elder will be to place a cup for you, and then you've got both of those to taste and see that the Lord is good, receiving the Lord's gifts, that forgiveness through his body and blood, Jesus truly present for you, forgiving your sins, and making you right with God. We're really looking forward to this. We have been for a very long time. We're eager to share God's gifts with you and with our whole Cross family as we gather for worship this coming Sunday. A reminder for you again that we would like you to pre-register. Go ahead and let us know that you're planning to worship with us in the sanctuary. There's a link that you can click to follow, and hopefully that's up on the screen for you too. And if you haven't gotten our emails with that link, please let us know in the church office. We want to be able to help keep you in the loop to the best of our ability, helping you join with God's people, celebrating God's gifts. Pastor Fraker, is there anything else that people need to know before this weekend?
Well, I just would reiterate that it won't be like an entire bench, an entire section will be ushered forward. It's going to be more of an individual, constant flowing. No, not fast food, nor is it drive-through, but it is more of a continual flow to come forward and do this. So it's not like the entire bench is going to go and line the aisle. It's more like individuals, each of you remaining spaced and taking your time to get your sanitizer, to come forward, take the body, take the blood, and move on that way. So it's going to be more of a constant flowing distribution as opposed to gathering everybody up here, doing this group, and dismissing you. It's going to be more of a constant flow, one person at a time kind of thing. The spacing continues to be important for us, so that's what we're striving to do. So I think that's it.
There's going to be a lot of things that will feel pretty different, even though we're getting back into some familiar parts of our worship. And I know sometimes when there's things that are different, it's distracting and hard for us to focus on what matters most. But hear from both of us, our heart, that your focus would be on Jesus. And be reminded, too, that no matter what's going on in this world or whatever is going on in your life, when you're here at his table, his focus is very much on you, just as it always is. We look forward to celebrating the Lord's Supper with you here on our campus this coming Sunday. And until that time, may the Lord be with you, bless you, and keep you. We'll see you in church.